Hi you guys, so today we're making these cute little dangles for our journal. I made these two and I thought I would turn on the camera and show you how I made them. They're so cute, really fun and easy to make, and I think you probably have most of the products on hand to make these. I just wanted to show you, I have this one on my current composition notebook journal and it's really cute. I made it with some wrapping paper that I had saved from a gift my sister gave me. This is the wrapping paper, and I used that to make this little dangle, and I'll show you how I did it. So I'm going to go ahead and set this to the side. And then what I did to start out with is I'm just using just little like cardboard. This was from the side of a coffee box, like a K-cup coffee box. Or if you just have some cardstock that is left over from another project, you can use that. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the item that I want to cut out. And I want to use, I think I want to use this little, either the pineapple, let me see, or the strawberry. And this is a playing card that I have in my stash. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use the strawberry, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and glue onto the back of the card this cardstock, just to make it a little bit heavier weight. And then this is my favorite kind of glue stick. I'm going to go ahead and use that. I also thought it would be fun to use, I have this box that was left over. It's a blind box, and this is what I got in it. I got this little character and I made it into a little charm for my journal or for one of my bags. And if you want me to do a tutorial on how to make this, let me know. But I got this little character inside of the blind box and I made it into this little dangle. I'll go ahead and set that to the side. And then I wanted to use like this little Hello Kitty. I thought that was kind of cute for one of our dangles. So I thought I would go ahead and do that too. I'm going to go ahead and glue that to this as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just cut this a little bit. And what I'm going to do, just try to center her head in the middle of my punch. I'm just using like a circular punch, just like that. And sometimes you need to trim the edge of it to get it into the punch. Let me measure this punch for you and tell you how many inches across it is. It is 2 inches. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and punch her out. All right, she is cute. Okay, and then the other one, we'll go ahead and punch that. That was kind of a thicker one, so it was a little bit harder to punch. Okay, and you know, you can use whatever thickness of paper that you want. I kind of wanted to make these a little bit thicker so that they held up a little bit longer, but you could use thinner paper if you like. You could use whatever you'd like. I do have one more that I wanted to make. And I have this other blind box, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here as well. Now I'm just going to trim the edges. If anything is left over just a little bit, you can trim it off with your scissors. All right, so the next step, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and get out my Crop-A-Dile, and then I'm going to punch a hole in the top of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and get out my little eyelet, and then set my little eyelet, just like that. That is really cute. And I'm going to go ahead and do these other two. Okay, and then now all we need to do is, I have these light bulb safety pins, and they're like light bulb stitch markers is how I know them, but whatever you call them, because they're used for knitting and crochet. So I think of them as light bulb stitch markers. And I'm also going to go ahead and put a little bell on there. I have these little small bells. I have silver ones, and then I have like these brass looking ones, and then colored ones. So I have whatever kind I have in my stash. And you don't have to put a little bell on there, but you can. I'm going to put that on there first. And then I'm going to put my stitch marker on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick it on a bullnose clip. Just like that to stick on my journal. Oh my gosh, that is so adorable. So I'm going to go ahead and do these other two. And you could also just clip these onto like a piece of fabric on your journal. So that's just another idea. So you can do whatever you'd like. If you'd like to make it on a firmer background, or if you'd like to make it on a thinner background, whatever you'd like to do. I love how these turned out. They're so cute. I'm gonna go ahead and put them on a bullnose clip. Okay, so this was a fun, easy little thing to put a dangle on our journal. I love how these all turned out. They're so cute, so fun, so easy to make. You could put them on a journal, or you could give them to a friend. I love them. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.